monitor. Okay. Looks like we're live. Right. Yesterday we took some time to understand backstrokes and a little bit of the interface. I think yesterday was the first time I used the IO interface. Seems a lot. I mean, yeah, it wasn't too bad, to be fair. Although there's a few other things I want to try out, like making my own interface, like writer. But that can wait. But right now, I need to figure out why I don't see a window. Or I also need to find out if something's happening when I run. Yeah. Okay. I need to wait to test if things are actually happening onto my favorite website. Do I need the book? Yeah, let's get the book as well. Right, okay. One of the things I'm not sure about is if I can get top level window geometry and commit surface at the same time. I think I should check debug the print. Surfaces ID. Let's print XDG surface ID, then surface ID. And this will be XDG surface ID and S. Alright, let's see if this. Attempt to use a null value. Isn't that the syntax? What line? Can I just put this as any? Why is it panicking? Don't panic, man. Oh, if it's null. Okay. That's fine. Then I missed that. And I think this should be. Yeah, let's print in the WM base ID. But I think I got my answer. What's that now? Oh, it's bind ID. X dot UID. Is that what it's called? Right. Okay, I do have both the service ID. I mean, I'm able to bind, but I think I'm able to bind. Because the thing is, there are no errors. At least not in that sense. How can I get... Does bind? No, it doesn't matter. High level Wayland design, goals, target audience, first package. Wayland client errors. Never mind. Let's have a look here. Buffers and services, XDG shell basics. Binding to globals. When creating registry object, the server limit the global event for each global. You require bindings for also taking a known object and assigning it an ID. Yep, done this. Once the client binds the registry like this, the server emits the global event several times to advertise which interfaces it supports. Once the client binds to the registry like this. Okay. Each of these globals is assigned a unique name. Integer, yep. Right. I think we've done all of this. The version number is also defined here. We use the bind request, which works similarly to the magical process by which we found the registry. First message, client to server. Let's get registry. These are interfaces. The second one is an event from the server, object 2. Which the client assigned the W registry to in the first place, opcode 0, with arguments 1, WL shim, and I don't know what the and 1 respectively. The name, interface, and version of this global. The client responds by calling opcode 0 on object ID 2. Opcode 0 on object ID 2. Yes, correct. Client response. Okay, yeah, true. And assigns object ID to the global name 1. Okay. What is the ID assigned again? Object ID. Code. Message line is 0. That's weird. Or is it the other way around? Message line, and that's the opcode. What comes after? What's the first field in bind? Name. Name, then it's the length of the interface. Then the interface itself. Padded. And then 1. What's 1? That's the new ID. No, that's the version. Interesting. Oh, and there's more. Okay. Assign subject ID 3 to global name 1, binding the WL to the WL shim global SHM. Future events and requests for the subject are defined by the WL with that protocol, which you can find in right. Once you've created this object, you can utilize this interface to accomplish various tasks. In the case of WL that, managing shared memory between client and server. So, right. So if my bind worked, which I don't know if it did. I wonder if there's a way to... So he does seem to... Is there a bind call here? Get the display, registry listener, round trip display. A better way to set trace your Wayland client or server is to set the Wayland debug variable before running your program. Okay, let's set that to 1. Wayland debug. How do you set env variables again? Export. Oh, forget. Export. Wayland. What was the debug again? Wayland debug. Debug equals 1. Set it to 1. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this changes anything. Build run. Wonder how we can see these. Is there a way to get debug? What is all this? Oh, are these like clients? Cosmic. That's the one that's on my computer. Western Treeland. Right, okay. Debug. Wayland server debug messages. Enable these messages here. Standard error. Okay. How do you read standard error? I don't think I want to redirect it. Error messages, standard. Okay, why separate usage methods? Well, shouldn't it still print the error? Oh, but I guess I don't handle it, so just a second. Try it now with the globals program. WL output, WL subsurface fixes. Wayland debug output. Set and Wayland. That isn't. What is Western? A manual entry for Western. I did see Western here. I wonder if it's a Wayland client for art. Wayland debugging extras. Wayland analyzer. Wayland specific debugging tools. Running Wayland info will list all global interfaces advertised by the compositor. Will also tell additional information about the interfaces it knows about to have something to report. Wayland info comes with Wayland utils and works on any compositor. Protocols can be used, yep. Wayland and Wayland protocols. I guess this is by Wayland, right? Okay, I guess. Excuse me. I don't think you can clone. I was comparing your bind dump with mine, and it seems the header file is off by 4 bytes. Really? Hey Jack, by the way. Let me dump them again. Right, the buffered. Yeah, standard debug dot. Is it dump hex? I always forget. Yeah. Find data. I think this is just noise at the moment. This is the compositor, right? Let me check. What am I writing? So it should be header. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Because I noticed one of the examples here. It is host endianness, right? So it shouldn't. Where is it? Let me just double check that. XTG shell Wayland. I think it was host endian. Pretty sure it is little endian. Let me just double check. Little endian. It should be endian is big endian. Is that an example? Okay, that's correct. Two zero zero zero. Yeah. Okay. I mean, just a sanity check. So that's the object ID. That is the opcode. Message len, and that should be name. That should be length of the interface. Let me just fourteen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. That's more than 14. I should just print the length. Find. Actually, it can't be 14, can it? Does the length include the padded length? No, it doesn't. Yep. Message interface. Find id.interface. Okay, so the length is right. It's 14. Okay, sorry, here. So that's the length of the interface. Then the next 16. So 4 bytes was 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the interface. And then this should be version. That should be the new ID. I mean, seems to be all there. Did I miss something? Let me just check. Bind again. Name. All right, let me get Twitch to Twitch there. Maybe I can pop this out just in case. Leave it there. Compositor with name. I'm guessing this is the bind request, right? Yep. Object ID. Opcode 0. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opcode 0. Your message len is much bigger than mine. Well, okay. That's what you mentioned. Slag off by 4 bytes, right? Message len is 28. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, but it's still OX28. It's 40. Okay. And what is 24? 36. Okay. It's good to know. So it's up by 4 bytes, definitely. And then one is what comes after? Message line. Am I missing? No, I'm not missing that one. Header. No, that's the name. Okay. That's the name. And then that's what comes after name. That's the length of the interface. Also the same. And then the interface name itself. I'm guessing if anything is missing, it's probably in the interface name. Am I gonna have to like compare the whole thing? 6F 72. There's a null byte. A couple of padding. Yeah, it's the same. Do you think, I think, how am I getting the length of the message? Message header. I think I know why. 14, 15. That's only 2. Where am I calling bind? I get new bind ID. Where am I getting the header from? Oh yeah, okay, this, oh, that's why. Because I'm using the header from the event. Which doesn't have the new ID. I'm guessing that's why. That's why the missing 4 bytes in the size, message size. I should really just construct the header. Header is that. What is in the header again? ID. What is it? Object ID. Object ID is equal to header.id. Yeah. And then to opcode will be the same. Message size. Message size will be It can't be size of request because interface size will be unknown. Let me see what happens. Size of what if I did undefined? The message size. Oh yeah, it will be type of, so it would make a difference. See size of request. I'm not sure that's right. Okay, at least, oh, that's kind of right. Weird why that's right. Okay, at least there's an error. So I think that was it. Okay, so what's Wayland server disconnected? Wayland server disconnected. Okay. So there's no message. I wonder if it comes back to because I think XTGWM base has the wrong size. It's a good thing I have your data dump. Yes. I mean, I think this is not right. I can't know. Because the interface length is 12. There shouldn't be any. Should there be padding? Yeah, up to 16. Or no, there shouldn't be. And there isn't. Oh, okay. Actually, that's a good idea. So I can just use header dot message size plus size of 32. Let me see if that's right. Okay. Hey, that's right. So at least we get an events. Nice. Okay, I think we're in the right direction. Hey, that's pretty cool. Only took 7 days. Event header is only missing size does not include size of new ID. New ID. Just so I know later. Okay. So I guess what I need to do is unhandled object ID 79998. I can't switch, but I guess I can know what the IDs are because the order is quite deterministic, at least for now. What is object 7? Should be, let me just print all of it. Standard debug. Print. Or oh, actually, hang on. There's a better way to do it. Else. Actually, that's not better. Hang on. Just standard debug to print. No, the wrong place. 7, 8, and 9. Surface ID XDG surface ID. Let's see what these are first. It's comma X. Oh, it's bind ID. X dot new ID. So that's 5 and 6. Well, how does XDG surface have a? Oh, that's the WM base ID. And what is surface ID? So that's 8. So I guess it's because of the commit surface. Not necessarily. So what's 7? What is the compositor ID? WL compositor ID. New ID. It's 4. Okay. So there could be a better way to do it, but I think for now I'm just gonna do const ID. No. Objects ID is enum 32. What is 0? It just display. No, not display ID. Okay. Start underscore display ID. Can just do equals 1, I think. And then registry ID. And then callback ID. Compositor ID. XDG WM base ID. WM base. Wonder why that has a higher ID, a lower ID than surface, because you need the surface first. Maybe you don't. Wayland. And surface ID. Six foot 7. WM base ID, compositor ID, set window geometry. Is it top level surface ID? Top level surface. Top level surface ID. This is also nullable. No, that's 9. So the one just before it. That's weird. Oh no, the one before 7 is sync. All right, okay. Do I need to call sync? What if I didn't call sync? Does it make a difference? About 4 events come back. Okay, I think I can do without sync for now. Okay. That just takes all the IDs back. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just trying to make it too complicated. Switch. I'll be bothered. Just do else. If t equals, what is the first thing we need to handle? 7. 7 is top level surface ID. Top level surface ID. right? So for now, I'm just gonna print debug print top level surface event. Right, then do the same. What's the next one? Is 6 XDG surface event. G surface event. XDG surface ID. It's also U32. Okay, brilliant. I think I can also print the opcode just to see. Op d o dot header dot op. Okay, so the first one is 2. And this is top level surface event. XDG shell. XDG top level. Zero, 1, 2. Is that right? Top level surface ID. I mean, it looks right. Actually, I get all the events. 0, 2, and 3. What is 0? This config event asks the client to resize its top level surface or change its state. The configure state should not be applied immediately. See XTG surface configure for details. I wonder if that's because I set the window geometry immediately. I guess I could do this now that I'm getting the event. I could set this geometry. Let me check get top level again. Get top level. Object for the given XTG surface and gives the associated WL surface the XTG top level role. And for more details about what an XTG top level is and how it's used, finds an XTG surface role which allows surface to, among other things, set window-like properties such as maximize, full screen, minimize, set application-specific metadata like title and ID, and as well as use trigger user interactive operations such as interactive resize and move. Top level by default is responsible for providing full intended visual representation of the top level. Which, depending on the window state, may mean things like title bar, window controls, and drop shadow. Okay, so if I put a set title bar, can I see a window? Unmapping in XG top level means the surface cannot be shown by the compositor until it's explicitly mapped again. Discarded for an XG top level surface when it's unmapped. Client can remap top level by performing a commit without any buffer attached, waiting for a configure event and handling it as usual. Okay, so that's for like a remap. See XDG surface for top level, attaching a number buffer to a top level and maps the surface. Right. Don't know if the order of the events matter that much. Surface event. What is the surface event? XDG surface configure. So there's only one event. Okay. Suggests a surface change. Configure event marks the end of a configure sequence. A configure sequence is set to one or more events. Oh, okay. Oh no, that's the error. How do you know if it's an error? I forgot. How did I handle errors before? Handle error event. Hmm. Don't remember. Excuse me. Well, I mean, I'll assume it's not an error for now. Where applicable, XDG surface roles will, during a configure sequence, extended this event as a Where applicable, XDG surface roles will, during a configure sequence, extend this event as a latched state sent as events before the XDG surface .configure event. Such events should be considered to make up a set of atomically applied configuration states, where the XDG surface configure commits the accumulated state. Okay, there's an acknowledged configure. WL display error. And okay, I think it might be here. Headed it up. Okay, there it is. Edit event. Okay, at least there's no error in that case. Excuse me. Because it would have been handled. Okay, that's good to know. So if I understand correctly, if I read this, acknowledge configure. When a configure event is received, if client commits the surface in response to the configure event. Okay, so you gotta commit on response to this. Then the client, do you have to, when a configured event is received, if client commits the surface in response to the configured event, then the client must make an ACK configure request sometimes before the commit request, passing along the serial of the configure event. If you get multiple, you only need to acknowledge the last configure event. The client is not required to commit immediately after sending an ACK configure request. May even acknowledge the configure several times before its next surface commit. Okay, I think I can do that, but I'm not sure if that's the thing I need to do. Well, I mean, let's start there. Excuse me. 6ID, this is surface ID. It was XGG surface, yeah. Should I just create a method? There's only one event. Switch dot header dot up. Am I using switch wrong? It looks right. Oh, it's 0. 0. Do this. Else unreachable. I should get a serial handle configure event. How did I handle the other events? Handle display event. Right, okay. Ping. Don't really use ping. I can stay there for now. Size. Guess copy this. So be xdg surface configure event. Let's call this well, I guess there's only serial, so we don't need this. Parse event xdg this is too big. Surface event returns a U32. Size of U32, so null. get rid of the rest. Return. Zoom. I think this could be abstracted. This event. I just want to make it work for now. Okay. And I do need to do something with the serial. Configure. Hey, Louis Fitness 09. We're trying to get what's it called? A Wayland display. Where was I? All right. XTG surface. Let's just call it event. Okay, I'm totally new to coding, so you lost me there. Okay. XTG is a library that allows us to open a window. I mean, like this window here. So it just allows us to get one of these windows. That's what I'm trying to get. I am from India, but I don't live there. Event is XTG surface event. Excuse me, the buff equals buff. Looks right. And did I pass the whole buffer? Oh, hang on, but I gotta. Oh, I just need the data. O dot header. No, data. Yeah. Okay. Event dot serial is equal to parse event. Guess I could just make this fail. Error dot. What is it? Error dot invalid xdg event. That's fine. I can just try this instead. And then I need a method. Takes in a serial. Create buffer. Commit surface. Yeah, let's take this one. Configure. Knowledge configure. ID will be xtg surface ID. And I think that's it. It doesn't need a new ID. This will be serial. Ticked ID is XDG surface ID. Serial. New ID, this would be serial. Okay, that looks right. Try, can it add a? Yeah, I can. Try hack configure. What did it need again? Socket XDG surface ID. And serial. And I guess I can commit after. Is surface ID. Yep. What about the set window geometry? What is that about? What is that request? XDG surface ID. Set window geometry. Visible bounds from the user's perspective. Client-side decorations have. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your message. I was there last year. Such a cool place. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Where in India did you go? Bounds from its client-side decorations often have invisible portions like drop shadows. Blah blah blah. Window geometry is a double buffered state. See WL surface commit. I'm maintaining a position. The composer should treat XY coordinate of the window geometry as the top left. Yep. Once the window. It's not possible to unset it and will remain same until window geometry is called again. If never set, the value is the full bounds of the surface, including any subsurfaces. Okay, so I don't really need to set it. That is a default. Full bounds of the surface. Right, okay. So, I mean, if I don't need to, probably not gonna. Okay. I think that's wrong. XDG surface, excuse me. Should just be o.data because I think it's already slice of UI. What happened to my events? There's no window, is there? I don't think so. The top level event is missing. Okay, maybe I need and it's set geometry. Doesn't seem optional. Oh yeah, the same. That's weird. Okay. But actually, if you, I read the opposite, right? Configure sequence. Sequence is one of the more events, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I thought I read the opposite. Let's send this back here. So let me just comment this out, see if it still works. So I do get all the events. There's nothing printed here. And debug configure event. Okay. So I've acknowledged the configure. Is there anything else we need to do? And I think window geometry, don't need it right now. XDG surface. Right. Okay. Guess let's look at top level. Top level also has a configure. Suggest a surface change. This configure event asks the client, what are the other ones actually? 2 and 3. I'm so confused. Why you don't have WL in your registry? Without it, I don't know how you would make a buffer. That is a good question. Let me reprint the interfaces. Send a debug print. Print s t.interface. I guess I could I'll just leave it. Yeah, no, I don't think there is, but there must be something, another alternative, because I do have a window. I need to copy that. WL subcompositor. Yeah, there's only one thing. Are you using Hyperland? No, I think it's called Cosmic. This one here. WLR KDE Hyperland is this one. I only think that's the one because I see some Cosmic stuff here. Cosmic Output Manager. Excuse me. So that's the only reason I think that. Image capture, output management. I do have an output manager. Output manager V1. But I'm hoping I can still get a window before. Do I need the WL shim thing? Wayland shared memory support. Up to of 3. What are they? So I get a configure from top level, configure bounds and WM capabilities. This event advertises the capabilities supported by the compositor. I think that looks useful. Let me print that out as well. Surface ID, where is the event? Here. Switch dot header dot up. WM capabilities is 0, 1, 2, 3. Else just print it. Debug print. Header dot up. XDG top level. Guess I could do this again. This is an array. I'm guessing it would be an array of 32-bit capabilities. What does that mean? Compositors must send this event once before the first XDG surface dot configure event. Capabilities are sent as array of 32-bit unsigned integers in native NDNS. Okay, well, what do they mean? Show window menu is available, sub maximize. Oh, okay, so I guess but I don't think that will show the window. XDG top level state. Resize edge, error. Where did I read the steps? Wayland surface. Where is surface? Not here. Compositor callback registry. Field data source. Buffer. W surface. They can press W buffers, receive user input, and define a local coordinate system. Size of the surface is described in surface level coordinates, which may differ from buffer coordinates of the pixel content, in case a buffer transform or buffer scale is used. The surface without a role is fairly useless. The compositor does not know where, when, or how to present it. The role is the purpose of WL surface. But I think we already set the role by getting a top level on the surface. The roles are for that, drag, subsurface, and the window is defined by a shell protocol. Surface can have only one role at a time. Given the control again is allowed unless explicitly forbidden by that. Okay, where is XDG? I'm not sure what the next step is. Top level. Attaching a null buffer to a top level surface unmaps the surface. Set title, setup ID. This string may be used to identify the surface in a taskbar. Will that show the window? Not necessarily. Set window menu, move, resize, max size. Set minimized. I'm not sure what the next step is. What does the book say? Wayland creating a display. No. High-level proxies, protocol design patterns. Atomic data state. Stated goal of Wayland is every frame is perfect. To this end, most interfaces allow you to update them transactionally using several requests. For example, there are several properties may be configured for WL surface. Attach pixel buffer, change area. High-level protocol. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to look some things up. But I'll only go 5 more minutes, so I gotta leave soon. Yeah, okay. Let me make some notes. I will not remember to actually I don't even know what to do, so I don't know what notes to make. All right. Okay, I think well, tomorrow is Saturday, so should have more time the next couple of days. I think we will get a window this week. I'm pretty confident. I think we're nearly there. Maybe I'm just delusional, but there's a few more things to figure out, and I think we'll have a window. All right. Guess hope you have a good one. Yeah, it feels like I'm not far. I think I just need one long session tomorrow and Sunday. I think Saturday and Sunday, one of these days, will be done. Thanks again, Jack. Right. Thanks for the gist. It helped. Okay. Hope you have a good one. I shall see you back here tomorrow.